Good morning, YouTube. It's Candace. It is Thursday, February 3rd. I know, I've already done an update this week, but I totally spaced on Tuesday when I did this update that I had my doctor's appointment on Wednesday to review my 3-month lab work. I'm a little bit behind on that because he's been crazy busy and was out of town for 2 or 3 weeks, and we were just able to I was just able to get in to see him. When I went into the doctor's office, there were a couple of other ladies that were in there, and can you see Edison trying to lay down and get comfortable? He's a little cold because I gave him a haircut on Saturday, and now he looks like a naked mole rat. And he's not really happy with me right now, seeing how it is freezing outside. Anyway, you know, walking into this doctor's office, this is the first time, I guess, that I've been in to see him for, well, since, week 6, maybe. And I have to tell you, the last few times I've walked in that doctor's office, I wasn't feeling so great. I wasn't feeling so great about myself. But this week, when I walked in, the chair fit differently around my arse. I was able to cross my legs. I mean, there's so many things going on in my head when I was sitting in that office. Like, last time that I came, I couldn't do this. Last time I came, I kind of felt like this. So there was just so many things playing in my head. And there were a couple of other ladies that were in there. One lady, she had gastric bypass about a month and a half ago. The other lady had vertical sleeve. I think she said 2 months. So, they're asking me, what surgery did you have? Did you have weight loss surgery? Now, this surgeon does other surgeries as well, so his specialty is the weight loss surgery, but he also repairs hernias and does some other specialty surgeries. He's an amazingly talented doctor, and I heart him very much. But I said, yes, ma'am, I had the vertical gastric sleeve in September. And she said, how do you feel? Because I don't feel good. I'm sick all the time. I can't keep anything down. And she was just kind of grilling me for, asking me all kinds of questions. And, I told her, I said, well, I had surgery September 2nd. I started my weight loss journey in August, really reading lots of material and getting as much information about what I need to be putting in my body and what needs to stay out of my body. And I started that in August, and I lost about 16 pounds before surgery, and the rest I've lost after surgery. But in total, I've lost 77.8 pounds. And both of these ladies were just like, what are you doing? What are you eating? What are you doing? How are you so successful? How do you feel so good? We feel terrible. And I said, I remember, and I do remember feeling really bad that first month, but it does get better, right? But this one lady said, I can't keep anything juice down. I can't keep this down. I can't keep that down. And she said, well, how do you do with juice? And I looked at her and I said, I don't drink juice. I don't drink soda. I don't drink juice. I rarely ever drink tea unless it's a hot tea and at night. That's kind of my candy bar, is a cup of hot tea. I made a lifestyle change. I chose to change everything about me. I no longer eat processed foods. I don't eat junk. I don't eat candy. I don't put that crap in my body anymore. Um, so, juices, no. Don't drink them. Occasionally, if it's a treat, I might have a Cape Cod. Because, let's be honest, I'm not wasting calories on juice. If I'm going to waste, if I've saved up some calories one day, on my Saturday is my cheat day. I'm not going to have a half a cupcake or quarter of a cupcake. Those, I've chosen those calories to be used for an adult beverage. If I want to have a vodka with a little bit of a splash of cranberry juice, I'll do that. Mostly, I just have vodka on the rocks or tequila on the rocks or a skinny girl margarita. I'm not wasting my calories on junk. And I told these ladies, I shop the perimeter of the store. I don't ever go in the aisles unless I'm going in to get Truvia or some coffee cream. But I don't go in those middle aisles. However, all that stuff that's in the middle aisles is in my pantry because I have a husband that can eat whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and never gains a pound. I have 2 daughters, and they enjoy an occasional oatmeal cream pie or whatever it may be. I don't eat that stuff because I know what it's going to do to my body. And I told these ladies, this was just a tool. But you have to make the right choices for this tool to work. God, I'm so preachy right now. Anyway, they kind of opened Pandora's box for me. And when I went back and I was talking to my surgeon, he said, all of my blood work came back perfect. Everything was perfect. The only thing that was a little low was vitamin D, and they're thinking because, it's winter and all of that, they're not really that concerned about it. When I do my 6-month lab work, if it's still low, then we'll figure out what we need to do there. But everything else was right on. And in fact, he just shut his book and he's like, I got nothing to say. You were doing awesome. He said, what average is your caloric intake? And I said, I average between 900 and 1100 calories a day. And that's an average over a week. And he said, that's great. I told him about the exercise. He knew about that because I go to support group once a month. So he was very much aware of what I'm doing and what's going on with me. Because he's here for me as long as I want him to be. A couple of weeks ago, my surgeon asked me to be featured in his newsletter. That's just insanity. It's just crazy because I can't believe anybody wants to know about me or what I'm doing. And I'm going to cut this. I got to go. I got to cut this off. But the last thing he said was, what else can I do for you? And I told him, I want a job. I want to work for you. I feel like I've got something to offer other people. If I can do this, if I can make this work for me, I can help others make it work for them. And he kind of giggled. He was like, seriously? And I said, that's what I want. So let me know when you're ready for me to come and work for you. He hasn't called me yet, but it's only Thursday. Anyway, kind of joking, but kind of serious. Like maybe that's where I need to be, but we'll see. Anyway, everybody stay warm. It is freezing outside, and I live down here in the South. We are not used to this weather. I don't like it. I don't envy you people up north. You can keep your stinking cold weather. But try to stay warm. Later.